It's time to dust off your favorite controller and play these amazing games with it. Hey G Nation, I'm Ben and today on Android GameSpot, the best games of 2021 with controller support. And just a heads up, if you haven't yet, I make new videos like this every week, and the best way to never miss out on the new and best games on mobile is to subscribe and turn on the bell. Now, without any further ado, let's do this! Number 12. Figment. Figment is a great looking point-and-click adventure game coming to us from the same team behind Back to Bad, and if you've played their previous game, Figment's setting will feel somewhat familiar. It's a surreal game where you'll be solving puzzles within a living mind filled with the memories and voices of its past. It's worth noting that the art is hand-drawn, and of course you'll be able to play this with your favorite controller, and the reasonable price tag makes this a must pick up for fans of the genre. Number 11. Clan N. Staying in the indie game world, Clan N is a pixel-based brawler that I normally wouldn't recommend because honestly, the touch controls are terrible. Thankfully, the game supports physical controllers. For retro-style arcade games, Clan N is a lot of fun and will please many fans of the Streets of Rage and Final Fight series. And although the story is nothing to write home about and there's no cutscenes or dialogues here, the beat-em-up action and the mini-games are an absolute delight. Number 10. Vita Fighters. Fighting games is somewhat of a forgotten genre on mobile, but it's nice to see a new game pop up every now and then, especially since it's Vita Fighters. Vita Fighters is a 1v1 fighting game that you can enjoy whether you're a newcomer or a seasoned fighter. The visuals are low poly graphics, giving vibes of the amazing and also forgotten Virtua Fighter series by Sega, and of course, it has controller support. In total, you'll be able to choose from 15 playable characters, each with their own unique skills, and there's even a boss fight in the mix. Definitely worth checking out. Number 9. Crypt of the Necrodancer. Crypt of the Necrodancer came out on PC in 2015, on iOS in 2016, and on Android in 2021. And to me, this shows how much the developers care about Android gamers, and the answer is clearly not much. And for this reason, I wasn't even gonna include it in this video, but the game, which combines rhythm and roguelike mechanics, is pretty decent, challenging you to explore and fight your way through randomly generated dungeons, and there's many characters to unlock alongside a good variety of weapons, items, upgrades, and other secrets. Number 8. Huntdown. If you're like me and adore the 80s action movies, and I'm talking Blade Runner, Robocop, and Terminator, and are looking for a Metal Slug or Contra type of game, and I'm not talking about Contra Returns, then Huntdown is for you. Retro 80s futuristic visuals? Check. Running gun that packs a ton of fun? Check. Decent controls? Check, check, and check. And talking about controls, while the touch controls are good enough, I highly recommend playing this with a controller. So if you're on the lookout for a great 2D shooter, then look no further. Number 7. My Time at Portia. My Time at Portia took its sweet time to come out on mobile, but I'm happy to say that this is a solid port, although the frame rate is capped at 30 FPS, and the controller support is a hit and miss, at least as far as Android 11 devices are concerned. Visually, the game looks pretty, and for the price tag, you're looking at 60 to 70 hours of gameplay minimum to complete the main story, so if you're a fan of live farming sims, give this one a go and check out my best live sims games video for more great games. Link is in the description. Number 6. Saga Frontier Remastered. The cult classic RPG Saga Frontier got a remaster on mobile, and as it has become standard with Square Enix, you're looking at a decent game with some flaws and a high price tag. The visuals are gorgeous and the gameplay mechanics will grab you and not let go, especially if you're on the lookout for a somewhat weird RPG, but the UI is an absolute disaster and the entire game is letterboxed. Still, Saga Frontier Remastered has cloud saving, controller support, and a lot of appeal if you can afford the high fee, or better yet, wait for a sale. Number 5. Dadish 2. I've talked fondly about the first Dadish in a past video, and shout out to all AG Nation that have been watching my videos since then, and while Dadish was a colorful 2D platformer with a lot of fun, Dadish 2, ladies and gentlemen, is even better. Fun new additions include messing around in vehicles, new enemies in the mix with new bosses to take down, and of course, just like the first game, Dadish 2 supports physical controllers and is an absolute joy to play. Highly recommend it. Number 4. Rush Rally Origins. Rush Rally Origins is the 4th game in the series and offer, for the price of a frozen pizza in Norway, a rally racing experience that is definitely challenging but a joy to play. There are 3 modes here: time trial, race, and championship. Leaderboards and ghosts are included, and the more you race, the more cars and new tracks you'll be able to unlock. There are also different weather effects as well as day and night races, and this is a game that you won't be winning first place over and over from the get-go. It will take time and practice. The only thing that's a bit of a bummer is the shift in the camera angle to overhead instead of the traditional first or third person perspective. Still, Rush Rally Origins is a solid new racing game on mobile. Number 3. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. The game could easily win game with longest title, but aside from that, Battle for Bikini Bottom is a great port with solid performance, decent touch controls and support for gamepads. The graphics are gorgeous and you can tweak the settings that suit your phone or tablet best. All in all, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom is an awesome 3D adventure platformer with fun puzzles and plenty of humor that the franchise is known for. Number 2. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. I have said it times and times again, Final Fantasy VIII is my favorite game in the series, and while I was stoked to see the remastered version land on mobile, it didn't have controller support at launch, which was a bummer. But Square Enix changed all that and you can now play this amazing JRPG using your favorite controller and experience one of the deepest, most controversial Final Fantasy games ever made. And with this release, the Play Store offers all Final Fantasy games from the 1st to the 9th, making it possible to complete your collection. But seriously, Final Fantasy VIII is an absolute must-play or replay. Number 1. Wall of Insanity. One of my favorite horror shooter series is Dead Space, and here's a clip from one of my first ever videos on YouTube to prove it.
Die! Okay, I think we're good for now.
Sadly, Dead Space is long gone from the Play Store, but now we have Wall of Insanity, which is made by the same team behind the Slaughter series. Wall of Insanity is a third-person horror-based shooter that looks great and performs great as well. The game is well optimized to run on mobile, and with everything I mentioned so far, plus the controller support and the price tag, making this game one of the best games out on mobile this year, and it's needless to say, Wall of Insanity deserves a place on your mobile. And that sums up the best games of 2021 with controller support, and now I wanna hear from you in the comments. Do you prefer playing mobile games with or without a controller? Of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, clicking the like button does help me out a lot and I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing because I put out new videos like this every week. Also, special thanks to my YouTube members and link down below if you want to support my content. Once again, I'm Ben, thank you AG Nation for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here on Android GameSpot. Stay epic!